So I thought I might take this opportunity to come out and talk about my test ride on the Scout 101 and the Scout Classic, and what I think of those two motorcycles. Okay, it's test ride time. The new Scout Classic. Absolutely beautiful. Love the chrome wheels. I really like the chrome accents on the engine, the chrome pipe. Love the shape of the rear guard, this tail light assembly, the chrome work on it. It's just absolutely beautiful. So I've got three options. I had the options of taking the bobber, the 101 or the Classic, and this one is really speaking to me, so I'm going to take this one first. As you can see, it's pretty windy today, so it's going to be a good test for it. My lav mic for my helmet's died, so I'm going to have to just do a bit of riding, get a bit of footage, and then talk about it once I get off. I am saving up for a new lav mic, but yeah, just going to have to work around things at the moment. I will attach my trusty Telesin mount. This thing I think is brilliant. Having this set up where it's just all quick release is just so handy. Didn't realise how much I needed something like this until I got it. Alright, let's get this thing started. Still press this button down here. We'll fire up the display, which is the same display that's on my Chief. I did see someone complaining about how long it took to fire up. Now I don't notice on mine. By the time I press the button and press run, it's already started. So that's a different sound to my Chief, that's for sure. What the display looks like. Gotta give it more revs than my Chief. Couple of things I've noticed. One is the indicator position. I have heard people say that it's a bit hard to get onto the indicator, and yeah, it is. It is buried a little bit. Initially, it's a little hard to find, but yeah, I'm used to it now, so that's not an issue. So if you hear someone complaining about that, they'll get used to it within a day or two, and that'll be fine. The other thing I noticed is that I would like the brake pedal and the gear shift lever to be longer. When I'm going for gears, I'm finding I'm missing it, and I have to really tuck my toe under to get it. I'm used to the Chief. The Chief probably sticks out about there. And it's the same deal for the brake pedal. When I'm going for the brake, I'm sort of trying to find it, and it's tucked in. I'd like to see those two be a little bit longer, so a bit easier to find. Riding position, I thought this would be the most comfortable for me. And it's pretty comfortable, but I think you would need a bit of a screen on this. You can lean forward into the wind, but a screen, I think, in this riding position would be better. So now I'm curious to see what the 101 is going to be like, because it's got that bit of screen, and I think, interestingly, I think their riding position might be better. Suspension wise too. On this one, it's pretty compliant, and you know, it feels pretty good. There was a couple of bumps I went over where it was, I reckon it was firmer than my Chief's. Interestingly, I thought this would have, you know, very similar rides. A couple of bumps it was firmer than my Chief's, but don't forget I've spent a fair bit of time getting my Chief set up perfectly for me. So it'll be the same with this. You want to spend a bit of time dialing it in. I think out of the box, it's not suspension that you would see yourself wanting to replace quickly. I think it is really good. Now for the seat, I'm in two minds on actually. Yeah, it's not uncomfortable. No, I'm not complaining about it yet. It's soft, and you do have a little bit of a lip on the back of it. When you accelerate, I would want more support on the back of the seat. So I think the Syndicate seat, if the step up on it, would be the way to go for this bike. And I'm pretty sure there's a Syndicate seat version you can get for this. So I think that would be something I would probably look at doing if I bought the Classic. The new Scout's beautifully made. It's really well finished. The paint's really nice, and even like my Chief, they're beautifully finished. Okay, a couple of thoughts before I hand the bike back. I got used to those, the gear lever and the brake pedal. Once you sort of you got to tuck your toe in a little bit, then they were easy to find. So if you own the bike, you get used to that pretty quickly. The suspension, I did bottom out a few times, and that's only because this is not a setup for my weight. I know that it rode really nicely. It was very compliant, but a couple of bumps I did hit up, did bottom out. And it's because that suspension's not set up for my weight. So that's why I was feeling it bottom out. But I reckon set that up, and that would be fine. Power-wise, it's so different to the 116 Chief in that. I've got everything from zero. It feels like all the grunt in the world. Where this, you have to get it up into the revs, but you get it up to 6 and give the throttle a good twist, and it pulls like a mother trucker. That's where you really feel the pull once you get up into the rev range. Round from 1,000 to 3,000-4,000, it's pretty tame. I think it's very easy to ride. But that's a good thing, because if you're sort of newer to riding, it is very docile. It's very tame to ride around town and everything like that. But once you sort of get a bit excited and you want to give it a bit, then it's got all the power you need, let me assure you. So yeah, that was my test ride of the Classic. For me, I had, before I bought my Chief, I was going to buy a Scout. That's what I came in to buy. After test riding the Chief, I went for the Chief. And, seeing this here again today, the new Scouts, I'm thinking, that Scout was a niche that I still had to scratch, I thought. But size-wise, it is too small for me, I reckon. Could be made more comfortable with a different seat and things like that. But, for me personally, I prefer the Chief, sizing-wise. And I also like the torque. I like that grunt right at the bottom. I prefer that. Having said that, this is a beautiful motorcycle, and it is still fun to ride. So you just got to ride it differently. I enjoyed my test rides on the Indy Scouts. Thank you very much, Indian Motorcycle in Ballarat. And remember, those 3 bikes, the Classic, the Bobber, and the 101 are on the floor for you to go look at right now and take a test ride if you're keen on testing these bikes out. All right, well, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this scenery, have a bit of a wander around, and have a leisurely cruise home. Thanks for watching, and until next time, bye for now.